Okay, I am ready now. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully it's better now. If it's not, please let me know. That's what's gonna take. Good? Okay, I have no idea what that was about, guys. Hopefully people can come in to the live. If you could get the link updated. Yeah, actually, we can update the link as well for people. All right. Hopefully we'll have people joining soon. Okay, cool. Everything works now. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I've no idea why that happened. It was literally the same settings that I just retried. But anyway, okay. Bombastic. Okay. We have Alpha Tech, Mikasa. Thank you for coming back. I thought we lost you guys. All right. So cool. Thank you for your patience, guys. Thanks for waiting. Let's get started then. Okay. So we're gonna go through like pretty much like a full run through of the test. Let's look for main ideas and logical completion. Yeah. Okay. So as you guys probably know from earlier announcements, I was able to luckily get a partnership with the organization that's making digital SAT, right? So I have this full test that I can go over with you guys. And if you guys want access to this test, it's free because I told them to make it free because people need tests, right? So we're gonna get started on that. And we'll skip ahead to main idea, logical completion, literature. Okay, got all of those. Okay. So you guys see this format. Same thing as the Blue Book test. Okay. So let's get through it. Next. Got 32 minutes, just like you do on the regular test. So the vocab questions, I'm not going to go over too many of them because like vocab is vocab. I did want to look at number 2 here. I will also get to the questions that you guys specifically asked for. Okay. And these tests are on the SATcrashcourse.com. Again, available for free. You guys can sign up for it. Get yourself on these tests. You know, I make sure these questions are good. All the reading and writing questions, every English question, I am checking the quality. So you can be, you know, with that, it's guaranteed. All right, so I'll get to the questions you guys asked, but I did want to look at this vocab question because, again, I made it so that it's similar to the SAT, how they try to trick you. Okay, so those of you who are in the stream, you guys can try to see. Okay, what do you guys think the answer for this one should be? Which choice completes faster to most logical? All right, what word fits here? Okay. Okay, I know there's like also a lag or a delay in the chat, so I'll wait a little bit. So while we are trying to figure that out, let me tell you guys, none of these words quite work. Okay, and I'm telling you guys ahead of time right now. So if you go, oh, this is a bad question because it's not really having a good answer. Yes and no. It is a bad question, but that's what SAT does, right? SAT makes these vocab questions in which the best word to put into the phrase, not available. So you have to go with the one that's like the least bad. Okay? You said you don't know any of them. Somebody said D. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're not gonna take your personal info and do anything, and etc. Because they just need that for their own like data in terms of like. They want to make sure that it's like high schoolers who are doing it. They want to know like what schools are registering, and so they can make next tests catering to different regions and all of that. Okay, so we had answer choice D. We have I don't know any of them. Thank you for the honesty. That's totally fine. Okay, let me tell you guys the best answer for this. Because we have Albert Einstein revolutionized our understanding of the fundamental laws. His groundbreaking theory, they have. So right here, right? They have revolutionized would be the best word here. So we would put revolutionized. Right? Or changed a total lot amount. When you're trying to do these questions in your head, you don't need to use grammatical English. Like, that's how I would do it, okay? Okay, I just changed the total a lot. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is something you can do in the actual Blue Book. You can leave annotations on your questions, which is kind of cool. Anyway. I'm going to remove it, actually, though, because it's kind of distracting me. Okay. So, yeah. So that's the best answer, right? that's not there. Let me tell you what all of these words mean first, so that you guys have the background. Disintegrated means it falls apart. It falls into pieces. Okay. Forged is to make. It's to create. It's to make, or maybe make stronger. Escalate. You know, you guys know escalator, right? Elevator goes up. Okay. Make go up, increase. Unraveled. So we had a guess for unraveled by before. Unraveled is literally untie. Okay. So number one, if I'm doing this A and D, disintegrate, unravel, they're the same thing. So I'm going to take them out. Okay. Honestly, in real life, if you said B or C, I would kind of take both in real life English class. But I'm basing this on an actual Blue Book test. So the answer for this is C. Escalated our perspective on reality. Why? Because Albert Einstein was a really good scientist. He revolutionized things. He made things better. So he increased our perspective on reality. That's what SAT wants. Okay, now let me tell you guys an important detail. Nobody on earth has ever said escalated or perspective. That is not a real English phrase people use in real life. Elevated, maybe, but escalated, that doesn't work. However, College Board will put it because a lot of people will be like, that sounds weird, so I'm not going to put it. Okay? So don't worry about how the word feels or sounds for the SAT vocab. Okay? A lot of times they will not put the best one, and they'll just put a really weird one. Okay? Yeah, it is C. It is C. Okay. So that is the vocab question. The vocab questions, honestly, besides looking out for, it's totally fine for the words to sound weird. The rest of them, you do have to memorize the words. And that's how much time you want to put into it. So we're going to get to the... Okay. So this is a poetry question. Yeah, honestly, there is so many lists out there. And if you guys want to look at SAT vocab words, what you can do is Google SAT vocab 2400, okay? Because when the SAT, when I was in high school, a long time ago, was out of 2400, they had dedicated vocab questions, okay? College Board is not coming up with new vocab questions. They're a very efficient company. They're using what they used to use, okay? So for more vocab questions, you can look for SAT 2400 or old SAT 2400 PDF. You can find, I think there's like 8 to 10 tests out there. You can find them and do them. Or companies used to dedicate their resources to printing vocab books when the SAT was out of 2400. So if you can get your hands on any book that is SAT 2400 vocab, that book will be good enough for you, okay? And afterwards, yes, because you do have to just learn words, but those would be the resources that you could take. And probably nobody else is going to tell you this stuff because, like, that SAT is from 2015 and before. So a lot of people don't even remember what that is. But I do, because I've been at this forever. Okay. Alright, so I am keeping my eye on the chat. Do you guys want to do this poetry question? Anybody? Okay. Actually, I don't really care whether I get answers for this or not, because you guys need to do poetry. You guys need to do poetry questions. Yeah. And I have this example from Robert Frost and Birches. And those of you in the chat, feel free to just guess like whatever you guys think the answer is here. And I said before, if you guys want to take this test for yourself, it's on thesatcrashcourse.com for free. Okay. You love poetry questions. That's a little bit weird. I don't even really like them, even though I'm a literature major. I like explaining them. I don't like solving them because, like, I believe poetry should be appreciated, not solved. Anyway, that was very lit major of me. Okay. So when you get a poetry question, don't read the poem first, okay? Well, not just poetry question. Any SAT, especially digital SAT question, you want to go to this part first, right? Which choice best describes the overall structure of the test? Not that part, but like, what is it asking for? So I know that I don't need to know the main theme. I don't need to know deeper meaning. I just have to go, first it does this, the second it does this, okay? First it does this, second it does this, okay? So, I don't have to try to understand every single word here. I just want to go, okay, it's talking about this stuff at the beginning, and then it's talking about that stuff later on. That's it. Alright, so we are guessing D or A. Thank you for your participation. And yeah, participation really helps, guys, also when you're in school, because I've been teaching so long. It really makes the teachers' jobs a lot easier. It makes them happier. So keep your teachers happy. Poetry questions. Thank you for your honesty, W. Yeah, I like poetry. I don't really like poetry questions. Okay. So what's going on here? When I read the poetry, and you guys can kind of like annotate for yourself, right? Let's do the annotation. Let's see. Okay. So this. When I see birches bend left to right across the line, okay. I look at trees and I imagine stuff. That's what's going into my head. I look at trees and I imagine stuff. That type of just, you know, simple language. Okay. And then, let's see. Often you must have seen them loaded with ice at sunny winter morning after rain. Okay. Alright, so then this stuff, if this would kind of stop bugging out. And then the second stuff, what is that? Annotate. Please let me annotate. Okay, I can't annotate, that's fine. So we have, I look at trees and imagine stuff. And the second one is, when there are ice storms or rain, this is what happens. Okay. So we have guessed a few things here. I always want to be looking for excuses to eliminate my answer choices, yeah? I always want to look for excuses to eliminate the answer choices. So, A is totally fine in terms of the first part. Introduces natural scene, okay? And I would stress to you guys this thing. Be more careful about the second portion of these answer choices. Because on so many of the trap answers, they'll put in the first part, totally works. And then they get you with the second part. Okay. The poem introduces a natural scene. Is there a natural scene? Yeah, look at trees. Yeah, sure. Then offers alternative explanations, plural. First of all, I don't even think we have anything here that could be an explanation. Okay. Second, look at a word. Look at a plural explanations. I would need at least 2 explanations. Not there. Okay. So that's and then B, that comes as a trap all the time. Do we know what nostalgic means, guys? Probably. Okay. Nostalgic is you are thinking about the past, and you're a little bit sad because those are like the good old days. That is too much meaning, really, for us to be able to get on an SAT question. Okay. Nostalgic memory is like, I miss the past. Okay, what did I have? I look at trees and I imagine stuff. No past, so B is out. And then C and D. C is out. Guys, while I have you guys in the chat, what word or words, what part of C makes it wrong? Hopefully, we can deal with through the lag. And feel free to be wrong, guys. That's why we're here, so we can learn to be more right, you know, through my help. What word in C throws it off? Anything? Nothing like super difficult and poetic or literature. The beginning of it. Okay, I'll just go for it, guys. The beginning of it, right? Morning. It doesn't have anything that means morning. I know they have the morning in like line 6, but no, if it's overall structure, it has to go like this. It begins like this and it ends like this. So the beauty of the winter morning, it must have been in the beginning. No morning. That's it. So therefore, out of elimination, the answer here is D. Okay. Now, why do they phrase it like that? I actually really love this question because it is such a good illustration of how College Board. You can't see the answers? Oh, right, because my face is covering it. Hold up, guys. My face is not that important. Move my face. Thank you for pointing it out. Why did nobody else tell me? Yeah, my face should be out of the way. Okay. Oh, but that's maybe why you didn't put D. Yeah. Okay. So the answer here is D. Explores the impact of human activities on nature. And I made so many videos on this, and you guys probably know. Paraphrase, right? Let me delete this annotation for a second. Okay. The poem explores the impact of human activities on nature. That sounds super grand, right? Super fancy. Like some crazy thing is going on. Okay. But it's not. It's literally coming from here. I like to think some boy's been swinging them. The boy swinging on trees is supposed to be human impact on nature. Right? That's such a weird way to phrase that. But is the boy a human? Yeah. Are the trees nature? Yeah. He's bending the trees. Is that an impact? Yeah, I wouldn't normally say that, but it is. Okay. And then the resilience of the of the natural elements. So these things, they come back. Okay? They click upon themselves as breeze rises, and yeah, they come back. Because swinging doesn't bend them down to stay. What is that? If you swing on them, you bend them. It doesn't stay there. It comes back. That's it. Okay. So that's our poetry question. And now, what is the takeaway from these poetry questions? In that I don't actually care about like the poetic, beautiful language. What ended up happening here was I got rid of A because I don't like the word explanations. I got rid of B because I don't like the word nostalgic. I got rid of the answer choice C because I don't have morning in the beginning. So just I am taking those words from the answer choice. I'm like, yeah, I don't see that there. Out, out, out. And then D, that super weirdly, awkwardly, unnaturally phrased statement, probably my answer. Okay. All right, let's get 1500. Yeah, bro. Thank you, Alpha Tech. That's very alpha of you. Okay. So then, I think because we want a main idea questions, logical completion. Okay. Since you wanted those, I'll get to those. Main idea and logical completion. Okay. Like this one. This one. Yeah, let's do this one because it's a pretty good one to do this concept. So a lot of people ask me, oh, Jay, how do you do this type of question? And I know why you guys ask me that, because College Board and Khan Academy have the SAT broken down by question type. That is not the good way to study, okay? Main idea question, there is no one way to do the main idea question. What's more important is what type of passage is it? So if I have a scientist passage, then with the scientist passage, you can get the main idea in this way. But if I had, this was an artist passage, or this was, that's why I have separate videos. I believe I have 3 videos now on central idea. So, I call central idea, main idea, it's the same thing. So do check them out if you haven't, but it heavily depends on what type of passage it is. Okay, so the answer, yeah, you would never expect D in the previous poetry question, right? Because it's worded super weird. But, and let me just, you have 1 day to study grammar. What resources should I? Okay, if you have, if you have 1 day to study grammar, then it would be, I know you said you have 1 day. Try to Google ACT. I know you're doing SAT right now, right? ACT Black Book Guide. If you can find a free PDF of that, that would be the one I would use, ACT. Because ACT and SAT, they have the same grammar structure. If you can't find it, because if you have more time, I would tell you just buy it and use it. But that would be the way I would go. Okay. And if you have 1 day, honestly, like at this point, yeah, you guys would probably just want to, I don't know how to do this question. I just want to get that done. Honestly, literally the day before the test, you want to get rest. Yeah, you want to get rest. Okay, Alpha Tech, you're guessing B here. Very good. Okay, I don't really care about the details here, but number of things here. Appreciate it. Okay. So, main idea to text. Like, can I give an actual, honest number? Yeah, I thought about it honestly in terms of how well this pattern, literally 90% or over, main idea is going to be the last sentence. Okay? Over time, her research helped to transform understanding of primate behavior, confirming initial hypothesis. So, first of all, that's where we should look, right? Second, we have a real-life human being, and she's a scientist, okay? So this is going to be, our person is super awesome and added to human knowledge. Like, that's it. Our person added to our knowledge of things. She made this discovery, and thanks to her, or him, or they, whatever pronoun, we know more stuff. That's how these go, okay? So main idea question, it's a science passage, and that's what you do. So the answer here is indeed B. Now let's look at the other ones. A, this is why she did the research. I don't care. What do I want? I want what did they find, or what they found was helpful. What they found was useful. What they found was informative. That's it. What they found added to what humans know. C, that's like too much of a specific detail. And then D, that's again so much of a specific detail. The main idea text is broader picture also. If I bring up a human being, the main idea of the text is that that human being did a good thing. We don't get SAT passages bring up a human being like, oh yeah, that person was garbage. Never ever. Okay. Okay. Oh, dangling modifier. We get to that. Okay, but we did have we can also ask for logical completion. We'll also get to that. And Uzbekistan, I've never seen. In the United States, nobody uses these strategies because I've been teaching SAT since 2008. Nobody teaches the SATs since 2008, at least as far as I know, right? And I like doing this. It's fun. And it's so much more fun these days because I get to do YouTube and I get to meet or teach people from Uzbekistan or Pakistan, Nepal, right? We have a lot of people coming in from all over the world, which is cool. Which is cool. Okay. Logically completes the text. This thing. Okay. Right? Almost 90%. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation, Malfatech. Okay, so logically completes the text. This is weird, but SAT labels this as an inference question. Why? I have no idea. On the paper SAT, when they use the word indicate, they also make it an inference question. Why? I have no idea. They just do. Okay. So logically complete for me should not mean inference, but they do. Inference means that we can kinda indirectly tell this is where it should go. Yeah. So what completes the text? Okay. Without even getting into the text at all, guys. Do I have an online course? I'm working on it because I go to school full time. I work full time. And then I do YouTube full time. Everything is full time for me. So, yeah, we do have a great team that putting everything together in terms of videos and productions and all of that. But in terms of like the SAT content, that's me. So, from Bangladesh, what's up? But we are getting on that online course ASAP. But I also gotta get A's on my classes, you know. Okay, so looking at this, I just did the video on this, I think last week. Hopefully you guys remember the video. I mean, if you didn't see it, you know, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but I hope you did because it'll help you. Extreme answers are terrible, right? Extreme answers are really, really bad. So I'm going to take out A. Because entirely out. Because entirely means 100%. Anything that means 100% or 0%, that's out. Okay? So I don't like that. I don't like B because, and this is a very specific thing, right? Answer choices that try to get into people's heads. This I didn't make a video on, so this is new information just for you guys in the live chat. Information that tries to get into real life people's heads. Those are wrong. Because how on earth would I know what Leonardo da Vinci wanted to do? I don't know the dude. Even if I knew the dude, would he tell me his feelings? I don't know. Anything about the intentions of the person, what they wanted to do, what was going on inside her, can't know. Can't be justified. That's out. So I like C or D. I like C or D. Because those are like reasonable, not extreme, and etc. Okay. Oh my gosh. Can I share any links? Again, I don't have the course, but as I've been saying since the beginning of the video, but you know, different people are coming in at different times. The SATcrashcourse.com. They have the test. I didn't make every question there, but I checked every English question there. So those are good. And this is what I'm using right now. And like I said, we have a lot of students from international who would like more affordable things. So right now, I think they have like a 50% sale, but it's not important. They made 2 tests free. 1 paper, one like as in like non-adaptive, like a linear one, and 1, which I am doing right now. Okay. Will they open up more free tests? I don't know. Depends on how much they like me. Yeah. And if you guys do decide to purchase, like I've been advertising this for just for you guys get a 10% off using my code. But, you know, that's up to you guys. Okay. So yeah, it is D, and you may say, isn't the word never like extreme? What word in D makes it okay? May. Words that are like may, could, potential. It's like maybe. The words that mean like maybe, or it's like possible. Those are really good answers. Okay. What does C mean? C prominent means like famous, well known, and important. So this one, if I look at C or D, C is a little stronger because it says likely. Says that the Mona Lisa woman was probably an important person. Okay, well, let's check. So I did all of that just to tell you guys, A and B, giving you the whole lesson, like those are not likely, and you can save time by getting rid of them. But just like before, before I said when it's main idea, 90% of the time you can just look at the last question, right? Even overall for just the reading portion, I would say 60, 70% you can get it from the last two questions. Last two sentences, my bad. Okay, because you look at his word, he says the word this, right? This. This means I am talking about the sentence right before. Despite its fame, there has been persistent debate about the identity of the woman in the painting. Okay, people have been arguing about it. People have been arguing about it, so it may never be known. Sure. May. Okay. So I want to get to, that was a logical completion question. Do I have a dangling or misplaced, what did we say before, bruh? Uzbekistan. Oh, dangling modifier, which is also called misplaced modifier. Ah, it's right here. 15. Good. This is a misplaced modifier question, guys. And, okay, you guys can put me on the timer. There's literally a timer here. You can do this question in 20, 30 seconds. Okay, first, by using, notice that there is a description followed by a comma. Whatever is in this description has to follow right here, okay? And 99% of the time, whoever is in this description is going to be the person or animal. Like, what else could be doing things, right? So the answer here is going to be, it can't be A, it can't be D. It's either the whales or the researchers, okay? So, by using recording devices, of course it's the human being, so the answer is C, done, okay? If I have a description followed by a comma, right after the comma is whoever is doing that stuff, whoever is that stuff. Who's using recording devices? Whales or researchers? Researchers, done. I don't give a darn about the rest of the wording or anything, so the answer here is C, okay? That's it. Okay, yeah, the answer is C, yep. So that's the dangling. If you see this one, you should kind of be happy. You should be like, okay, there's a misplaced modifier question. By using, who's using these things? Probably human beings. Literally, there's only one answer with human beings. C. That's the other cool, guys. With the misplaced modifier questions, 90% of the time, you're looking for human beings, and there's only one human being. You don't even have to question anything else. Okay, that's it. Do we have, oh, I thought we got more questions in the email or whatever. No? Okay, so that's the misplaced modifier, or dangling modifier, whichever you want to call it. And we have sentence completion. I wanted to look at, and oh, very, very important, not even tip, this thing you have to do. Especially if you guys are taking the test this Saturday. You need to memorize. I don't really care where you get the list. All the lists are about the same. List of transition words. You need to memorize them, like every single one. Because, honestly, in the English language, there aren't that many transition words or transitional phrases. I would be pretty surprised if SAT used a pool of more than like 50. Probably less than that. So I need to memorize them because A, they're pretty easy to memorize. There's like not that many. B, for whatever reason, they decided to do 3 to 4 questions on each module with transition questions. That means in the 2 modules, I might get 6 questions on this one topic, which is like the same logic every single time. All I have to know is, what do these transition words mean? So definitely get to memorizing those. Okay, and then, you see, there's 3 transition questions in a row right there. Okay. And then we get to these, like, what's it called? SAT calls these rhetorical synthesis questions. You can call them whatever you want. Okay. So, I got through. We have 5 minutes left on this module, but that doesn't mean we're running out of time on the live, because there's the next module. Okay, so I did number 6, because I did poetry. But I did also want to do a lot more literature questions, because you guys wanted them, right? Okay. So, yeah, I want to do this one. 7. Okay. So we'll do this one, and we'll see if you guys have any other questions as well. I have problem with what they're talking that question. Okay. Actually, yeah, we can totally go back. You have problems with what they're talking about? Okay. Could you explain a little bit on what you mean by you have problems with that? Yeah, this one, right? Number 15? Because while I wait for the lag, it's just, these are usually, you have a phrase, description, and comma. And the description is what people are like or what people are doing. So the following that comma has to be those people. It just has to be. For SAT. In real life, could you write like A or D and your teacher would be okay with it? Depends on the teacher. Okay? So, Is everybody else okay with this? Again, this one was by using advanced underwater recording devices. Who is using devices? Human beings. C, researchers. Whales cannot use recording devices. They don't know how to do that because they're whales. I mean, whales are pretty smart, but yeah. Okay. So, Dibya, if you have a question, I am looking at the chat periodically. Or maybe I'll just even make my next video on this topic if people want me to do that. Yeah. Okay. So, while we do that, can I do the literature question in the 3 minutes that's remaining? Of course I can. Of course I can. Okay. Oh, I could. But can I explain it and do it? That as well, yes. That's what I do. Okay. Based on the text, which is true about text tests. So this is going to be a central idea detail question in terms of College Board wording. Okay. So this will probably be the last question because we are running out of time on this module. You guys see that countdown? 3 minutes. Okay. So let's look here. Tess has an encounter with Alec that leads to her downfall. Okay. I am going to let. So this is hard. Okay, Divya. I'll make more videos on that. But yeah, just if you have trouble with that, just pick the one that has a human being coming first. That will be the shortest way to do it. Okay. Is that 100% tip? Pretty close, honestly. I would say it's like 95%. Okay, so this one, you guys, if you guys could try this, you know, whatever. Guess on the chat, feel free to do so, and I can give you guys the answers because, especially for the literature questions when the language is more difficult, I want you guys to eliminate. Pick the word in the answer choice that allows you to eliminate. Okay. So, okay. And guys, oh, I'm also gonna be using the community page a lot more. So feel free to leave me comments on any video asking questions or comments on the community page. I'll also be periodically posting like quizzes and sample problems on the community page. That's also cool. Or you guys can always email us at the address that we put into the chat. Okay? Alright, Alphatech, you put A. Not bad. It's not bad. Okay. I'm kind of waiting for the countdown meter to hit. I'll go when it's minute and 30, just so I can see how long it takes me to do this problem. Okay, so in 5 seconds, I'll go. 2, 1. Okay, I really don't like D because of the word deliberate. The answer choices that make you go inside of the people's heads. Deliberate means she did it on purpose. You know? So I don't know that. I do know she has a downfall. That's the trap here because they had the word downfall literally here, but it's out because of deliberate. I don't know why the character did that, so that's out. Okay? B is out because it says she's a young woman from a poor family, already experienced much of life, which would mean she is experienced. There are no words in here that are, let me see, any synonym? We do have 1,000 years, but we have failed. Okay, so that's out. And then A and C, is she strong? It says she's sensitive. If you're sensitive, are you strong? You could argue you could be, but it's not a synonym, right? And honestly, for SAT, they'll be kind of the opposite. So out. So the answer is C. Done. Because I got rid of everything else. That was 55 seconds. Okay. Now, if you actually want to know why is that it, why is that the answer? Because why is she innocent? Blank as snow. Or she's blank. Innocent, blank. It's close enough for SAT purposes, right? Harsh circumstances? Doom. Coarse means rough, but even if I don't know that vocab, doom. Doom is bad. Or harsh circumstances? Downfall. So her life is going badly. And even with that explanation, that only took 1 minute and 20 or whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is going to take me to module 2 now. Okay. Which I'm not going to do at the moment because, yeah, I think I covered the things I really wanted to cover. I also wanted to show you guys this resource that you guys can use, especially if you guys are taking a test on Saturday and you just want like one last practice test. You can get it in right here. Okay. Let me exit, discard the answers. Yep. Okay. And you say, oh, but Jay, didn't you just kind of do the questions so I can't do them anymore? If you guys just go to the homepage here. Where is it? My mouse disappeared. Okay. If you guys go to the homepage here, because I really wish I had the time to make you guys more tests. I really do. But if you guys, so that's why I really want to show you guys this right here. This free practice test. Click on that one. That's a different test. Okay. So, but this is going to be like the paper SAT version. But yeah, okay. So if you want digital SAT, that's what we just had. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys, and hopefully we'll do live stream more regularly, and we'll have a lot more things coming your way. And just to sum up, this was thanks to the SATCrashcourse.com. By listening to my suggestion of making one test at least digital SAT free, especially because of international students. So thank you, SAT Crash Course, for allowing us to do this, and thank you guys for joining in our live stream today. It was a lot of fun, and also thank you for bearing with me in our technical difficulties. I don't know why that happened. Is the Crash Course free? They only have one practice that is free right now, and even for that, like I made the suggestion they should do that. You do have to pay per test, and I believe like the prices like depends on if they offer discounts or not. And they are, I'm just gonna tell you guys, they're a lot cheaper than they would cost if you were in the United States. I live in New Jersey. If you went to a testing center place and you took a test there, minimum they will charge $35, $40 per test. They just do that. That's just what they do here, okay? And with the digital SAT, I don't know what places are doing. Actually, for digital SAT, there aren't even other places offering the test, okay? So I believe they also have bundles, like the more tests you buy, the cheaper it is. But again, before you guys buy, try it for yourself. Do the free test. See how you like it. If you guys do choose to take the test, use my code, StudyJ, all caps. You guys will get 10% off. Okay? Good luck. Please, yeah, I love doing live streams, actually. This is really fun because I get to talk to you guys. Because, especially if you're from Bangladesh or if you're from anywhere, not the United States, that's fun for me. Okay. Thank you guys for coming in. And yes, good luck on Saturday to everybody. Good luck. Best case scenario, you guys won't have to come back to my channel for SAT. Maybe you guys will come back, but I do like college essay content or like AP content or whatever it is. So good luck, everybody, and study every day with Sexy J. That's how I end my videos, right? Thanks for coming in, guys. Bye-bye.